order to stay around in a life there will be imbalance. For it is nature's way until judgment day. Weakness ain't got a chance. Playing strong cause I realize the price little one must pay to keep the big one in paradise. This torment and misery all day. Destruction of the weak is nature's plan. The humble and the meek must understand. This day of the strong man is the devil's heyday. So they will bite the ground when the master plays. As long as you have the cash and all your strings attached, you are on earth but living in heaven. There's nothing for the poor or as evermore. Life in a lion's den. Hungry man shall aspire to keep the high man on top, to take him higher and higher. The poor one must struggle till he drop. Destruction of the weak is nature's plan. The humble and the meek must understand. This day of the strong man is the devil's heyday. So they will bite the ground when the master plays. Down in South Africa, white men with gun power have the natives under subjection.
We must create meaningful opportunities and do right by all people so that we are all united as a nation and we can then step boldly into the future with confidence.
Former CPAP workers say they remain in limbo following the termination of over 300 contracts.
Our highest priority will be not just to communicate with you, but to commune with you. I will never be detached from your feelings and aspirations. I will never do my own thing while the country cries out for their needs. I will always be listening. I will be following you. You will be my priority. You must always know that you now have leaders who care and understand your problems.
Landlord coming by the door. Landlord knocking on your door. You can't afford to pay rent. They're putting all your stuff at the side of the road. That is embarrassment.
I will never do my own thing while the country cries out.
They say that we will have, but when? If they could tell me again 1 month salary, after that 1 month salary, what you'll be telling me again?
I will never do my own thing while the country cries out.
I want to know when will we be getting back the CPAP work and how soon and how sure this is for us.
I will never do my own thing while the country cries out. If you're UNC, if you're TPP, PNM, PEP, or any other affiliation, I see you. You'll be treated equally and fairly. I made a promise that everybody will win, and I plan to fulfill that promise. I will never do my own thing while the country cries out. I will never do my own thing while the country cries out.
Former CPAP workers say they remain in limbo following the termination of over 300 contracts.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Renison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live on the Workers' Rights Network. Now is exactly 1 minute after the hour of 8 o'clock. Today is the 21st of May 2026. Trinidad and Tobago. Here it is, we reach a crossroad in this country where we choose life or we choose death. Today, yes, I came out as a soldier today, as a sergeant in the rank of justice. Today, Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the world. So some would have reached out to us straight from the Caribbean. And today we must point out this simple fact today. There is a difference between the leadership that exists. There is a difference between Pennelope Beckles and Kamla Prasad Disesa. On one hand, you see a prime minister that lies and will say anything to attain power. And you are seeing on the next hand, the prime minister in waiting operate in a natural element. And I believe that this country is going to be restored to some semblance of stability only if we rally behind Pennelope Beckles. So Trinidad and Tobago, without further ado, let me bring this contradiction here to rest. Because we have been feverishly seeing people trying to promote a prime minister that ain't worth a dime. Two-star contradiction. Because at the time the people wanted a change, or you feel that it was avoided when. That is the first mistake that would have been made there. Some people feel that with the election it was because God allowed it. But again, before I go into this and I start to bring up the guests, the rest of people, let me play this clip. Clip number 1. Yes, let me play this clip one time. You would have seen this picture with Pennelope Beckles. In a natural form, she helping, she assisting, and she mingling with the people on the ground. Now, that is why there's no authenticity and truth. At the end of the day, watch what has happened with the Prime Minister, Kamla Prasad Disesa. you could see that Pennelope Beckles is operating in a natural state. And you can see Kamala Persad-Bissessar is not operating in a natural state. A matter of fact, she's putting on a show. Everybody who have the eyes of a discernment is going to see. Watch what she does. She make a show of hugging up somebody. Pennelope is naturally operating in a natural space. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, some fooling people now. Now, as we move on to different parts of what would have taken place, I'm going to take you through and chop it up a little bit, and then you will see. And we're going to come back on the back end. So Trinidad and Tobago, what I am saying here is absolutely clear as day. What you are seeing, what I would have observed in that whole sports day that would have taken place on the 17th was someone who genuinely care about people. Someone who was intermingling with the crowd. Someone who was pointing out, hey, with the toilets over there. Somebody that truly have that in the heart. And in stark contradiction to what we are seeing the exact opposite when we see Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Because if we are to track back from the whole start of this thing, if you watch, everything that Kamala do is stage, is for show, is for props. You are seeing that the woman is not operating naturally. You are seeing that is a show that is put on. She is not comfortable mingling with the average man on the ground. And the entire UNC supporters, all of them would have known something like this. If that is Kamala Persad-Bissessar in the morning, the drum troops, and nobody in this country can tell me that is VAPS. Because how you think at the end of the day Jack Warner would have gotten so much at play? Because of the simple fact he used to get up early in the morning and meet with the people in his constituency one by one by one, and he would have dealt with them face to face in telling them make a next appointment. No. So Jack Warner in his wisdom would have seen that and decided to meet with the people one by one. So when he would have started this ILP show, he thought he could have go back and win support from these same set of people, but he know that plenty of them was Nimakaran. There is a difference that exists between the two parties. One cater to the needs of the leadership, and the next cater to the needs of the country, something that cannot be ignored. But Trinidad and Tobago, there remains today another issue in which I needs to highlight. Now, in reviewing various documentation, I would have stumbled on something linguistically. I would have been seeing certain phrases being used by two specific individuals. And these two individuals, one namely Anna Roberts, the drunk that always falling down all over the place. And then I hear Kamala Persad-Bissessar say the same thing. And I am here wondering, Trinidad and Tobago, as if that is pillow talk, how close Kamala Persad-Bissessar is with Anna Roberts. I'm just throwing that outside there. And when the people of this country keep on talking about Anil Roberts' behavior towards Kamla Prasad Bisesa. When they come in and lay in the report at the feet of Kamla Prasad Bisesa, she takes no action. None at all. So here it is. When I was told of such a thing, I sit down here and I wonder, and I say, why it is that seems to happen? What secrets does Anil Robert have on Kamla Prasad Bisesa? Or is it more than just a cordial relationship? So Trinidad and Tobago, let me start with this first clip now. I had also go straight back to Victor Roberts. He would have said something, and you know I was there when he would have said it. But I am going to join it and stitch it. I'm going to bring two separate clips. One from Kamla Prasad Bisesa and the next one from Anil Roberts. But before, let me bring some context to this whole situation, that you might be able to pinpoint what I am saying, because plenty of you are smart enough. But some of our headers miss. Some of our headers miss.
At least I have a name for my...
Yes, at least I have a name. I want you to pay attention. Pay attention.
Camille. At least I have a name for my ancestors. Where you got yours from? Your name is that of a slave master.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Kamla Prasad Bisesa has reintroduced race baiting across the political divine once more. I heard Kamla a couple of days ago speaking, following Israel Khan sentiment, speaking about the percentage of crime in the community, and the Afro PNM is humbugging the Afro people from progress within the Afro constituency. I want to ask Kamla Prasad Bisesa today, you talking about you want to help Afro so much. Kamla Prasad Bisesa, was it you that was laughing at us and you said that we, the Afro people, have slave names? You remember that? You remember the big joke that you make, that Afro people have slave names? You know where your name come from, but Afro people have slave names. You remember that? I want to ask you, Kamla Prasad Bisesa, between 2010 and 2015, what you did for the Afro constituencies to move forward. Let me tell you what you did. You introduced a program that they call Live, and according to you, Live Sport was supposed to reach out in those areas and help the same Afro people to move out of poverty. But who benefited from it? Who benefited from Live Sport? It was some of those that you have sitting in the Senate today that benefited over $400 million in Live Sport, and the Afro community remains the same. You remember that? You, Kamla Prasad Bisesa, the East Indian people who were supposed to get Caroni lands back then, why they die and didn't get it? Let me tell you why. Because ministers that you have in government today were involved in EMBD scandal, defrauding EMBD millions of dollars. Therefore, EMBD had to put a freeze on the land. So those sugarcane workers couldn't get the land. They die and go on without getting it. And you talking about Afro? We're not going to be divided over you and your foolishness and race in this country. We are one people in this country, and we are going to unite together as one people to get rid of the UNC government out of office. That is what we're going to do. So don't come when UNC win, everybody win. When UNC win, the African and the poorer class Indian loss. I go.
My God. So, at the end of the day, oh, you hear that? Oh, you hear that, right? Now, I don't want to conflate the two sets of issues, you know? Because many of you are going to read between the lines when I bust this one. You see people outside here, when you asking yourself the question, when you complain to Kamala Prasad Bisesa concerning Anil Roberts and the dirty, stinking ways, and how we treat the people within the public domain, some of you saying, but like it has something more than me the eye. And I am telling you, Trinidad and Tobago, linguistically, I can prove there is something more than meets the eye. On this day, Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to listen. I want you, Trinidad and Tobago, to stay focused and understand there are people that is tacitly agreeing with the nonsense that is taking place. So when you see Philip Edward Alexander behaving in a certain way, just know that it was leadership approved. Yeah, the UNC are talking to some of the membership that complain specifically towards me. When you see Anil Roberts behaving in a certain way, Trinidad and Tobago, just know it was leadership approved. Yeah. Yes. So when Candace Edwards keep on complaining, she was right. When she was saying, and I listened to her, I say, Candace, you feel like something that we should put out, girl? You feel that is something that we should expose to the national community? She said, yes, go ahead. But I know, regardless to what we put outside there will always be fanatics. And today, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to, let me bust the first clip. I know the first one is going to make you. The first one. They go pass some more here, you know. They go pass some more here. Listen to this disrespectful Anil Roberts. It go pass. Trust what I say. It's only when you hear the next clip it might hit some more here. But we will come with the explanation. So listen attentively to this first clip. Listen there.
Senator, good day. A quick question, please, sir.
Good afternoon. Are you talking to Trinidad media?
Why?
Eh?
Why?
Because you all don't deserve to be spoken to.
Right.
You're very biased. But you're not you personally, you know, but in general.
Understood. But just one thing that we have on our radar right now that we're following, right? I don't know if it's something that you might be willing to respond to. Yesterday, former housing minister...
Damn, that lady, tell her to buy some more wigs.
Now, other than the fact that Anil Roberts was very disrespectful in his response, yeah, it is the media asking about something that take place within the AGC, the $3.7 billion contracts that was just seems to just give out just so. People just get, hey, we go and give you our contract, we go and give you our contract, we go and give you our contract. Other than that fact, Trinidad and Tobago, don't look at the salient point. The salient point is there. We seen it at present. And there is something that I call argumentum ad novitam, newness. But I want you to pay attention to his last comment, to the last part that Anil Roberts would have said. And we will draw some distinctions here tonight. So after this show, Trinidad and Tobago, you could go home and say what I would have just said in the beginning of the program. Anil Roberts' behavior is leadership approved. Yes, yes, yes. Let me play back that clip again because I want to sink in. Play back the clip there for me. Yes, yes.
Senator, good day. A quick question, please, sir.
I just talk to Trinidad media.
Why?
Eh?
Why?
Because you all don't deserve to be spoken to.
All right.
You're very biased. Or you're not you personally, but in general.
Understood. But just one thing that we have on our radar right now that we're following, right? I don't know if it's something that you might be willing to respond to. Yesterday, former housing minister.
Nah, that lady, tell her to buy some more wig.
Yes. Nah, that lady. And the lady that Anna Roberts is talking about is Camille Robinson Regis. Now, let me play the clip because I want to bring this thing to fruition. Yes, yes, so you can understand what is being said. Now, the clip that was played earlier on with Victor Roberts, where he was highlighting the factor that Kamla Prasad Bisesa does race bait. You hear Anna Roberts with the wig talk. Let me bring this thing together so you can understand it full circle.
PC Camille.
Yes, yes, let me bring it back.
WPC Camille, also known as credit card Camille, also known as wigs.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Yes, 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 yes. 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 So Trinidad and Tobago, when you see Kamla Prasad Bisesa in saying nothing about Anna Roberts, in taking no complaint from the community level, listen to their speech pattern. Trinidad, this, watch me. Anytime you want to know if people agree with one another, listen to their speech pattern. Listen to what they are saying. Listen to the words that they are using. Listen to the different individuals that is using the same words. Boy, you're getting tapped with this thing, you know. Let me play this clip in full so we could so you can understand both context and subcontext. Yes, yes. Context and subcontext.
PC Camille, also known as credit card Camille, also known as wigs, yes, wiggy. And there's another one, fertility, using the government credit card. Camille, you think we forgot? Using the government credit card when you're in government before to buy what? Fertility treatment. Girl, don't let me start on you, you know. So stop calling my name on your platform. Stop calling my name. And what you so vexed about my name for? This lady went on a platform last week and 3 or 4 times. Kamla Sushila Prasad Bisesa. Isn't that a beautiful name? Yeah. What problem you have with my name? What's wrong with my name? Yeah, Camille. At least I have a name for my ancestors. Where you got yours from? Your name is that of a slave master. So be real, understand. We respect you. We respect ourselves. And I told everyone last time I spoke down in the Pinal Rock Road in school, be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you are. In this country, the people of this land, we have come from the greatest nations of the world.
It's simple to see, you know. And you will believe that many of you didn't see it yet. When you see Anil Roberts making statements to the effect that at the end of the day, I don't talk to that individual unless she go and buy some wigs. And you see Kamla Prasad Bisesa mirroring the same statement just a few years hence. To the people on the community level that is complaining, Anil Roberts is Kamla Prasad Bisesa blue-eyed child. And whatever allegation of corruption that Anil Roberts would have found himself in, we would have seen a different approach that would have been taken towards Anil Roberts. And through analysis, Trinidad and Tobago, we would have seen that they are using the same sets of words, string of words, in how they are relating to Camille Robinson Regis. And it's only simple, Trinidad and Tobago. People who behave in such a nature from which I would have known of, according to relationship analysis, anybody you are seeing that is mirroring words together, saying the same thing, describing certain things the same way, is bed buddies. Now I don't know if that would have taken place with the Honorable Prime Minister and Senator Anil Roberts. I don't know. But I am explaining to you, Trinidad and Tobago, the dynamics in how that how that has happened. So when you are hearing people saying the same thing over and over and describing certain scenes and scenarios the same way, 10 to 1, they are bed buddies. So in this specific scenario, whether or not I cannot confirm nor can I deny such a thing is taking place, but at the end of the day, one thing can be certain. One thing can be certain. Their perspectives on people within the opposition at this point in time is the same. You ever see Trinidad and Tobago, Kamla Prasad Bisesa ever discipline Anil Roberts for his way in which he deal within the media? You ever see Kamla Prasad Bisesa ever take a public stance against some of the nasty, stinking dirtiness that comes out of the mouth of Anil Roberts? And here it is, Trinidad and Tobago, that they're trying to apply pressure on the Prime Minister in waiting, Pennelope Beckles, to deal with a senator, a appointed senator. And whether or not you, Trinidad, you. And I come in with it here. Here is where I come in home with it. Here where I come in home with it. Some of you may not like what is going on play here. Some of you may not like what is going on play here, but that is how the cookie crumble. Whether or not we find this person look like Anil Roberts or not, whether or not the song like Anil Roberts or not, one cannot deny the resemblance of this gentleman.
One video clip shows the man who looks a lot like a current government minister seen doing some interesting things.
Empty the cigarette.
Yeah.
Full of
I could do that. Because it's coming to pull man and I never touch. They just roll it for them boys, all my boys. But you see me, I could drink rum whole day and night. If I take 2 quid, go on drink. They come in 2 quid, and we separate what we want to put back in time. No, this is what it is. Take what we going to take out this.
It's the English style and all of the name.
Well, right, I'm the English boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan. Oh, that's fine. You play. So you're not big smoker. You got that man that bring a man to roll it nice. You know, roll that so good, you got to smoke that by yourself. At least 20 different partners.
It's unknown who shot the video, when it was shot, and where exactly it was shot, but it appears to be in a hotel room. And in this shot, we can see a set of keys with a tag marked 201. TV6 News tried contacting the minister, believed to be in the video, but calls to his mobile phone went unanswered. The communications minister also could not be reached for comment. We then contacted their boss, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and she said she would not be able to comment until she saw the video.
What? Say that again?
And you're correct. There's something very bad happening. So I need to see if I can respond, okay?
Yes, okay.
I'm sure you appreciate that.
Yes, of course, yeah. Do you recall what I told you is on the video?
Please tell me again.
Do you recall what did I say was on the video?
What you kindly respond again and tell me.
Oh, you don't, well, I told you 4 times, you don't remember.
I want till I talk to the Senate. Will you kindly send it to me?
Yes, I will, Madam Prime Minister, certainly. I'll do that in the morning.
Now this story takes us to tonight's People Meter. We ask, do you think the Prime Minister will fire another cabinet minister?
To vote, you can text yes or no to the number 4226. We'll bring you the results at the end of this newscast.
There were 3 high-profile government scandals that all occurred within the space of a little over a month from mid-March to April, resulting in 2 of the 3 ministers involved, Chandra Sharma and Glenn Ramadan Singh, vacating office. The third...
Now Trinidad and Tobago. Something that you would have seen there, all of us know this story. Room 203. And now through linguistic analytics, we are seeing and we are hearing Anil Roberts, together with the Prime Minister of this country, parroting and having the same word pattern. Here to those who would have now come, the now comes. Let me hit you that again. Because it is imperative that you understand the direction that we are taking on this show here today. Yes, the 2-pull man, yes. 2-pull man. Let me play Anil Roberts first. I want you to understand, like, sink in a little bit here tonight. Anil Roberts comment.
Senator, good day. A quick question, please, sir.
Good afternoon. Are you talking to Trinidad media?
Why?
Eh?
Why?
Because you all don't deserve to be spoken to.
Right.
You're very biased. Or you're not you personally, you know, but in general.
Understood. But just one thing that we have on our radar right now that we're following, right? I don't know if it's something that you might be willing to respond to. Yesterday, former Housing Minister...
Nah, that lady, tell her to buy some more wigs.
We have WPC Camille also known as Credit Card Camille, also known as Wigs, yes, Wiggy. And there's another one, using the government credit card. Camille, you think we forgot? Using the government credit card when you're in government before to buy what? Fertility treatment.
That was Kamla Prasad Bisesa, together with Arnold Roberts. Now Trinidad and Tobago, many of you in this country say that that was only a one-time thing. This man speculated. This man trying to pull one out of the eater. Yeah. This man trying to do gymnastics here on this program. But I would like to remind you that Arnold Roberts, we know, we fed up call Stuart Young small pin. Didn't just the other day Trinidad and Tobago that Kamla Prasad Bisesa would have made a similar outburst within the parliament? Go and ask your small pin lawyer. So the facts is on the table for you to see. The facts is there. Now it's up to you, Trinidad and Tobago, to understand or to take it in or to deny what you are seeing here today. This is not the first documented event where Kamla Prasad Bisesa and Arnold Roberts is saying the same thing on the same baseline. It's either, as I would have described, either they are bed buddies or something else. I don't know what arrangement they have. But Kamla Prasad Bisesa will never discipline Arnold Roberts when it comes to some of the nasty, stinking thing that he's saying within the public domain. And I will tell you, or you don't waste all your breath, because what he's doing is leadership approved. Yeah, you, Kamala, we find you out here tonight. And to the young people that is listening, that is hearing, pay attention to what is taking place here tonight. Don't let people come and fool all here to win no election. The fool all here enough. The lie to all here enough. The opposition would have lied to Trinidad and Tobago for 10 years. They end up in government and don't have a plan. People falling like that. Lies, deception. Yes, I wanted for that to sink in a little bit. I wanted you, Trinidad and Tobago, to understand where this thing is taking place. Kamla Prasad Bisesa and the UNC government is no good for this country. Put that in your pipe and smoke that. Yes, we have a different prime minister here that is willing to carry Trinidad and Tobago forward. Yes, a different prime minister. Support Pennelope Beckles. Support Pennelope Beckles. Yes. You would have seen this picture with Pennelope Beckles. In a natural form, she helping, she assisting, and she mingling with the people on the ground. Now, that is why it does no authenticity and truth. At the end of the day, if watch what has happened with the Prime Minister, Kamla Prasad Bisesa. Now, you could see that Pennelope Beckles is operating in a natural state. And you can see Kamala Persad-Bissessar is not operating in a natural state. A matter of fact, she's putting on a show. Everybody who have the eyes of a discernment is going to see. Watch what she does. She make a show of hugging up somebody. Penelope is naturally operating in a natural space. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, stop fooling people now. Now, as we move on to different parts of what would have taken place, take it through a little bit, and then you will see. And we're going to come back on the back end. Right, so Trinidad and Tobago, good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night, everybody here. As I would have stated earlier on, there will be other people joining us. The regular team that is here on tonight, I don't know what's going on. Some of them coming in and coming out, coming in and coming out. Hello. Right, so I see no here. So Candace, good night. Megatron, good night. Assassin, we sticking by.
I'm in the live because Anaskanaman was up and she get pulled down. I was up earlier on and I get pulled down.
You get pulled down?
And Kitty saying she internet sticking.
Okay. So what's your contribution here tonight, Candice? I see we did have a major stick just down there and we lost about 80 people on TikTok. Non-TikTok on YouTube. We lost 80 people on YouTube. 80. From 200
yesterday was
to 120, but so be it. So we're still running on YouTube. And right, we see the numbers going back up. So yes, Candice, what's your contribution?
Pleasant good night, everyone, on TikTok and on YouTube. Only don't forget to tap the screen and share the live, please. Right? As of yesterday, they will try to interfere with the live feed, Mr. Jeffrey, because they don't want people to know what's taking place. They expect that the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago will remain clueless, dumb, and blind, and also deaf. Right? But at the end of the day, all what the citizens are facing right now, it is enough. It is enough for us to remember for a lifetime. All the hardship that we are facing in Trinidad and Tobago, it is very heart-wrenching. You hear what I'm telling all you? And I don't know how the UNC expect to stay in power or to get another term. I don't know how. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. As I stop out in front of my house this afternoon, all I could bounce up is a young lady staring mad naked as she born, sitting in the center of the street. As I put on my bag by the side of the road and looking to run to render assistance, the young lady asked her a question. She said she gave up, she fed up. She ain't getting no work. She had children to mind. And nothing had coming and start a ball along the place and asking me what to do, warrior, what to do. Not warrior, Miss Lady, what to do. You understand? And I find out lately I've seen a lot of young people tripping off. I see a lot of young people going mad. And all how we cry out to the mother of the nation, according to the mother of the nation, because that's what she said she would be to us. This woman, like, she turned off she hearing it. I had to say that because you said you would put the people before the party, but it's the other way around. People don't want to be up here complaining about the government and doing this and government and doing that, but people have to, because we elect all you, we give all you a chance to govern the country, and look at what all they're doing to the people. Look, tonight I even hearing on the news that they want to charge Kaya silly for her husband's murder. Now, I don't know if it's truth. Some people saying it's truth. Some people saying that it's false news. But if that is truth, I want to see how Trinidad and Tobago going to take this, you know. Because something ain't right, boy. Something ain't right. I tell you, my heart feels sad. So what are you trying to tell me? Nobody's safe in Trinidad. None of the citizens. Is whatever the UNC says goes. So all our freedom of speech and democratic rights get flushed down the toilet. Nah, something got to give, boy. Oh God. Something got to give. Only, oh God, something got to give. Something got to give, boy. People homeless, people going without, people broke, the youth and them broken and frustrated. It's pain and pressure. What they doing, what are they doing to us? And I realize it now, you see water? My God. I don't know what's going on with the water in the tap. I heard Mr. Paul complaining about the water a couple of days. Well, it started by me now. I realize it, which if you do get water, it's like running in the pipe like oil. What really going on is everything upside down, you know. I strongly believe now that the UNC does not have the slightest idea how to run this country. Right now, the UNC grasping at straws. Right now, they're making up the rules as they go along. And the only thing they're good at is blaming the PNM for their mistakes. We give all their a chance to run the country. Well, run it now. Put things in place for the people now. People begging, people crying out. People begging, people crying out, and all they even bothering. Oh God, that what we vote for, boy? That what we put all there for, boy? To make people see hell. And then it has stupid bloggers, wannabe radio personals coming out there and talking about everything is alright. The country running perfectly fine. Boy, all this are such a wicked people. God will punish all your one by one and all your generation to come. This is not right. What are they doing, What are they doing to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? We didn't ask for this. We didn't vote for this. Oh, God. We didn't vote for this, boy. All they suffering the people. All they stifling the people. All they making the people see hell. People living in a nightmare. I don't understand, boy. I don't know. I don't know. Father God help us all. I don't know. Tonight I ain't lying, no. Tonight I feel so weak. I feel so hopeless. I feel so helpless. I start to feel hatred in my mind. I start to feel rage. I start to feel rage. And no justice, no way. It's like these people and them don't care about we, boy. That is my final say. This UNC government do not care about we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Everything comes out of their mouths is insults. We didn't put all of that to insult we. We didn't put all of that to neglect we. What they doing, we, boy? What they doing to we, boy? Trinidad and Tobago don't belong to the UNC. It don't belong to the PNM. It belongs to every one of us. We, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and the UNC behaving like that is the country belongs to them and them alone. All these murders, innocent babies dying. And you ain't hearing the commissioner. Nobody here coming up with some sting operation. Nobody is saying, well, all right, we're going on a manhunt for these murderers. They're just moving as if it's no big thing. And if what I'm hearing about Justin Samaru and Kaya Silly, where they want to charge her for the murder of her husband.
Noel
whatever,
can.
if that news is true.
We mean if the news is true. The news is true because look, I would have received it here. A warrant issued for the arrest of Kaya Sili, and this is authentic
But
news
how?
because I would have checked it out on the CNC3 site, and it will say police are now seeking to arrest Sili following the report sent to the Director of Public Prosecution on the killing of her boyfriend Justin Samaru. Sili is to be charged, among other things, manslaughter of Samaru. The following is a release from the police service. So what they're saying is that Kaya is to be charged for manslaughter of she own boyfriend, and we would have seen the police kill that gentleman.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, Mr. Jeffrey. You see this one? You see all the right thinking mind in Trinidad and Tobago, all the level-headed thinking people, man, woman, and child of every creed and race. You see this one put the last nail in the coffin of the burial of the UNC. Because it's plain to see, you see, under this government that I regrettably helped put in power, there's no freedom, there's no hope, there is no justice, there is no life. There is no growth, there is no progress. It's only hell and damnation. This is not right, Trinidad and Tobago. If that is true, this is not right. Why? Why? Where all your heart? Where all the integrity? Where? Oh God! Trinidad and Tobago, what really going on? We see that on camera, boy. So she's so mad to pick up a gun and shoot behind the police and kill she husband?
No, well, what
this girl ever pulled a gun and right?
No, well, that is not what they're saying. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service provides the following update of the relation to the fatal shooting of Joshua Samaru. A comprehensive report through investigation was conducted, and a detailed file have been subsequently submitted to the police and to the Director of Public Prosecution. Following the consultation, the DPP has advised criminal charges to be laid in direct connection with the events on the 20th of January 2026. Acting on advice of the DPP, conducted further inquiries, obtained a warrant to arrest Kaya Sili of Bamboo Settlement number 1 Valsin for the following offense: 3 counts of shooting with intent for grievous bodily harm at the police. So they're saying that she would have shot at the police, contrary to section 12 of the offense against the person act chapter 11 in relation to the incident that occurred on thing. Additionally, a warrant have been issued for the offense of manslaughter contrary to the common law in that is on 20th of something at the thing. Kaya Sili unlawfully killed Joshua Samaru. Unlawfully killed Joshua Samaru in addition to the related charges.
I want to ask a question.
So wait.
Hold on.
So they're saying that she killed. Watch that. Them saying that Kaya is the one who killed the boy, and they are also saying that she shoot after the police. Bye.
Listen to me, Jeffrey. I want to cut you across. I just want to say this before I allow somebody else to talk. I want to ask the Honorable Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and all her cabinet ministers, if they saw that video, and if what I am hearing here in the news, if they are justified in what the police is saying, and if that resonates in their hearts and they're going along with that, God will punish each and every one of them. Come on, man. Oh, God. Better. But I don't understand. God will punish each and every one of them. Because they see it. God make it happen on that spot where the camera was. So just so this woman go on a high chase, shoot her husband, and shoot at the police. Where is the gun that she used? Did any of us have gunpowder when you shoot it? Does have some kind of residue? You just fly back on you. Where the rest? Boy, let me tell you something. All they feel it don't have a God, right? All they feel it don't have a God, right? God is not a man on a mango tree. God is not we may not be able to see him, we may not be able to hear him, but I know I have felt the power of God. And you see the power of God, he will convict every one of all you. Anytime the government of this country allowed the law of this land to arrest that young lady and charge her for her own child murder, this will be the end of the UNC because people looking on.
No, not for she child murder, for she husband, for she common law.
For she husband murder, for she common law husband murder. Nah, man, that is wickedness on the highest level, boy. Oh, watch me. I see evil. I've seen deceit, but this one take the icing, the cake, and the crumbs. A person could never be so evil. Were you trying to tell me all they don't have a heart for the same people that all they say all they love and care about? Oh God, Jesus, Father, come now. Come down now. I cry shame on this government. I ask God to punish them. That is wickedness on the highest level, boy. Something the whole Trinidad and Tobago and other countries see. Oh God. No wonder people are saying that they only want people to what? Put their trust in the TTPS. Nah. This is the worst I've ever seen. This is the most amount of unjust I've ever heard and seen my whole entire life. I do not feel safe in Trinidad anymore. I wish I could just pack up and leave this. When Kamala Persad-Bissessar said, the same country she fight for, and we hand it to her on a platter, turn on and call Trinidad a lawless dump. Well, here what's going on. It really turned into a lawless dump because the place nasty. We have no water in most places for people to bathe and wash their clothes and attire themselves. People hardly have food to eat. Murders taking place left, right, and center. We have a commissioner. And up to now, they ain't come up with a crime plan. Eh? Nah, man. Oh, God. Or they don't have a heart. God will punish everyone all here. God have to do something. God have to intervene in this. This is not right. This is so wrong on so many levels. And all that. I wonder if these ministers and them going home and sleeping comfortable in their bed at night. I wonder if all they're happy within all their heart, in all their subconscious mind, the way all they're treating the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago is every creed and race feeling it. The only person that is enjoying the amenities and the best life right now is those ministers. I wonder when all they put a plate of food to all their mouths, or a spoon of food, if all they're thinking about the people who lost their jobs. And watch now, you see all here? I swear to God, I know it have a God. And you see when God ready for you, mourn you mourn, groan all you groan. But you see God kingdom all they will never be whole because all they forget God. All they put money and power in front of people. This is not right, Trinidad and Tobago. This is not right. This is not right. Somebody else could get the flow.
Good night, good night, good night.
Yes,
Now,
Mr. Hayden. Good night.
I listen to this thing very carefully. And as I always say something in life, you could never force a horse to drink water. True or false? Mr. Jeffrey, true or false?
No, you can't force a horse to drink water.
All right. And you can't put the cart before the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Not so?
Yeah.
We have to remember whatsoever we do in life, have consequences, and consequences carry backlash. So that when you do these things, you're making it seem like, okay, I am right. Wrong could never be right, and right could never be wrong. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Jeffrey? That is why we have to be very careful how we do things, how we bring out things to the public, how we portray people, right? How this girl could turn around and do that to her own boyfriend and show it in the backseat of the vehicle. Now, everybody that's thinking different, I just sit down and watch and analyze everything and realize something went wrong somewhere, or somebody set up something somewhere, but it's not sounding right. So we have to be mindful of what we're doing in this country. Don't take God for a fool, or don't take people in the country for a fool. It wouldn't turn well for you. Right? So, as I said from before, now I'll say it again. What goes around comes around. And Mr. Warrior will attest to that. I don't have to say anything more. Guys, we live in this country. As a matter of fact, the government has to understand people come first. It's not your money, it's not your wealth, it's not what you have. People come first. And try always to put people first. Whether PNM, UNC, whoever it is, you come into power, try and put people first. Thank you.
My God. So, Megatron, what you have to say concerning this whole story? Because you would have brought it out to us first.
Yeah, good night to you, everybody on the panel. And we having some problem adding some people right now because some people on the comments saying they ain't seeing or they ain't hearing anything. So I don't know what is the issue.
Yeah, we getting some sticking and all too. I don't know what causing that, but
all right, so let me just dive into it. We in a state of urgency right now where the government of Trinidad and Tobago continuously showing us that dictatorship is the way rather than leadership.
Yeah.
And the total disrespect with the ministers and them where journalists will stop to ask a question and the inconsistencies in answers.
Yeah.
If anybody's smart enough and they have ears to hear and eyes to see, they know what's going on. It is an unfortunate situation that the TTPS now would want to issue an arrest warrant for this young lady who has been paralyzed from a fatal police incident shooting. And it surprisingly enough, it didn't really surprise me neither because as the DPP released statements stating that the criminal charges are to be laid against police officers, these police officers or whoever it is pulling the strings come up with some Nancy story stating that the girl unalived her husband, when clearly we seeing that none of that was the case.
Megatron, hold for 2 seconds. We have a caller on the line. The first caller. Good evening, caller.
Good evening. Tall man.
Hey, tall man, what's going on?
I could. Now I listen to Warrior and I feel a pain. But I want you all to understand something, and it's politics long. This government, this UNC government, don't deal with any God. They don't believe in any God. They're not God coming on to the sun. You all may be Christians or have some kind of value and will think like that, but you could see 1 million persons naked running around your village, boy, what we could do, and they don't care. And now I was trying to warn my workers. I say, hey, all the vote are consequence, you know. No, all they're doing. But everybody wants to own emotion and vote for emotion. You can see when everybody went and slogan a nice song. But now, over 100,000 people going home. Let me tell you something. If all they don't know, the UNC don't care to win any election in 2013. They will do the most because they see that how much 3 point something billion or whatever for them 11 people in that contract, and that next billion for that one person. When they're done, they fix themselves in the next 20, 30 years, right? So they know, and in the next 20 years, people forget, just like how people forget recently, 2010 to 2015, right down the road, right there, they forget. We went through the same thing here in 2010 to 2015. People who was counting the days down until the UNC come out of office, and they forget. And once I repeat the same mistake, they go on. People who went through it, PNM people, because some nonsense with Short Young and Dr. Oli and Pennelope and this one and another one, we voted PNM. So people rather undervote this year than to vote back to PNM who are think we stable. We had the social media activists like yourself who was duped.
Yeah.
Right? They know better, but now thank God all they are sent, unlike my partner heavy on them, and I don't wish to call him a partner again. Because if you as a African person who toil on the road on the black carpet like myself in Mova and seen this disgusting thing going on to your community, and I have nothing to say, I'm just happy to collect your salary. All what I was preaching on 91.9 come to a head today. All the PNM, all the concern about is building big buildings. Look what they're doing with the billions of dollars. Look what nobody's speaking about that. They're talking about that again because they get a salary. Right? They have no integrity. They have no integrity. And I don't care for little talk to me again. You have no integrity. You think with the one warrior princess just talk about that young lady naked as she born in the middle of the road and she don't know what to do because she has children to mind. And, you know, it's how people are going right through the country, going through that, you know. And these people sitting down before the mic in a studio and happy and going to work normal and people suffering. When the PNM take office in 2015, they did not send home people focus was under the UNC. I'm telling you, they stayed there for 3 years, 3 extra years. The PNM never did what the UNC is doing today. Over 100,000 persons down to Express House send home people today. It is alleged. Based on what I hear on the news, and nobody ain't saying nothing about that. Everybody happy, everybody. But listen, it's coming to all here. It's coming to all here. Because listen, when CPEP, URP, and Persia and these we poor people was fired, nobody is saying nothing. Now, you see what happening? Everybody in a case side. You telling me the AGC was set up for poor people, for houses for poor people, and now, just like what they did in 2010 to 2015 with the concrete towers, they build homes, they give out the homes and talking bigger and more, and so the middle class, you know what I mean? You have to get $1.52 million to get a house when they're not building. Who poor person could get one of those houses? Have you been talking about that? Who poor person could get a house from AGC? 500,000, 600,000. Who poor people could get that kind of house again when it's $1.5 million and $2 million? And the big and bold the state what they are going to do and who they are targeting in the upper class. Who poor people? You can get one, Jeffrey?
No, I can't get one in that. I mean,
exactly.
You understand? Them know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. And listen, these people with the slogan, when UNC, when everybody wins, they're talking about their people. I must say, And I tell Pastor Google the other night, you see the PNM, I will always support the PNM because the PNM is a fair party to all races. And you see the East Indian in the PNM, the African in the PNM, the Chinese in the PNM, like Young, the Syrians in the PNM. There's not Indian, there's not African, there's not Chinese, there's not Syrian, there's not white, there's PNM. But you see Indians in the UNC, there's Indians. Or there's Hindus, they're for the people. Because they will, no matter what Kamala them do, they will never change the vote. She rip up the water. Think what Marvin Gonzalez was doing throughout this country where as she come into office, rip it up. And today, people suffering for water. Yeah. And you and the people say no, they will never vote against them. They will not come out and say what is wrong. You understand?
Yeah.
That is how they say. So in the PNM, it's only PNM. It have no race in the PNM. I say it tonight. It have no race in the PNM. In the UNC, they are Indian. And that's how they are told. Let me tell you something. Jolin John, that is a fast figure rich in UNC. Jack Warner, he got a PSA under the ILP. If Basio Pande, they deal with Jolin John, that is a fast figure going UNC. Right? There's an Indian party. But in PNM, we have no Indian. We PNM. Indian to Africa, no Chinese. It's a unity. The sports did teach you that. And everything else, the PNM quality throughout teach you that. In UNC, it's Indian. Look when she coming into and they're making it clear for everybody to see how she coming to power. Who she gave Cardi land to? The people dead and gone, she gets the grandchildren. The people dead and gone, she get the grandchildren. I promise all that as she come, dole out land for Cardi workers, ex-Cardi workers, or ex-Cardi workers grandchildren, and cut tip up, send home everybody. That's not racism. And heavy on them, and everybody will look like me supporting that party. All they see what's going on, all they have to be crazy in this place, boy. All they have to be mad in this place, and all they want to vex when people talk, boy. This country, God help us, because if we continue like this, it get nothing like Haiti. And they want African people to be permanent underclass in this country. Next 20 years, if African people don't wise up, they will be permanent underclass in this country. I say that now, I might die before then, but mark my word, it happen. You trust me, it will happen. I'm going on listening.
Yeah, brother. Thanks for your contribution. Megatron, go ahead. I mean, somebody would have just called in this, but go ahead, Megatron.
This country distasteful. The dishonor Trinidad and Tobago Royal Jet, boy. I can see a woman get paralyzed from a police shooting and a warrant issuing for she now. And it's strikingly enough, the DPP put out information stating that they're going to charge these officers, and miraculously, they send a warrant for this woman arrest after she has been through a traumatic experience. So tell me what we doing as a judicial system. Tell me what we really doing. I can't see how what's going on. This UNC government thinking back to front, and instead of front to back, and it's like the tail wagging the dog. They're disrespectful, they're deceitful, they're underneath, they're conniving, and are telling them straight in the face here. It's not about revolution, you know. But Ole has something coming to Ole. And I'm going to push hard to get the population to sign off on some petitions, and let we do it right and really stand together as a united front and deal with what's going on. There's too much oppression in the country, boy. There's too much pain, boy. Can you import a Spain by either Laventille resident? Look how many people up by me. They have a work a job to do, nothing. All the little government programs to support these youths and them all they take it back. All have 1,000+ children from the school curriculum right now on suspension, all who facing expulsion right now with no programs to guide these children. Let us kick them out of school and put them on the street and they'll creating bandits. So I don't know what's happening with we. We're not even having nothing level for the economy to live right now. The economy is stifling. Over 100,000 people plus not working and jobs are being dismissed every month. So where we going as a country, I don't know. But this is the worst I have ever seen in my 42 years of existence and coming up. This is the worst plan I ever see, especially under this UNC government. When they say UNC, when we win, no pa. When UNC win, we lose. And we'll continue to lose because we are 3 years and 9 months again to go at this nonsense, at this dictatorship and deceitfulness. We have a cabinet of 41 members. Out of that 41, we have 11 personnel on that cabinet who facing matters before the court, but they still assuming office. We're recycling the same set of political people to run government who we know deceitful to us, going to lie to us, going to oppress us, going to steal from us. And this is what does bother me. You know, I hear saying and somebody say it, there's a difference between an ordinary thief and a political thief. You know, if an ordinary thief come in, you go try to secure your valuables, your bag, your money, your cash, everything. But when the political thief come in, they come in to steal your career, your dreams, your hopes, everything, you know. We have a failing nation, we nation dying, boy. When we go as a people stand up and rise up, look, we starting to run down party and flood out party and ram out party, but we can't stand up as a nation and say, you know what, enough is enough, we deserve better. Because we vote for change, we didn't vote for oppression, we vote for change. This is very deceitful and distasteful, and I'm saying it to Mommy Camilla, I dislike you, and I will continue to dislike you until you do the right thing. You and all your Banner Mary thieves and them up there, I will dislike you all. People like Anel Roberts and them who be before the court for that room fiasco, live sport, all they still have he back there. People like David Lee, Roger Alexander, and them who name calling in all kind of thing over the years, all the higher criminals. So I had to sit up and take instructions from criminals. Because these people is criminals, you know. And there's bold-faced criminals too, so then what we doing? Look what's going on in the country. Joblessness at an all-time high. People not just frustrated if you stand up a little bit and you watch the population. People angry, exhausted. They don't know where to turn left or right. People have to do 2 and 3 jobs just to mind the family, and it is going to get worse. You turn around and you say you can't tax the population into prosperity. So what are you doing now? All the issue are worrying for this young lady and all that, real heartbreaking on top of the many things we are going on with children being lost to crime and among so much thing happening. All the issue are worrying for this young lady who get paralyzed in a police-involved shooting. How that going, an extrajudicial killing, how will they feel that going over the country here with your family and them to know? They celebrate victory with the officers and them being charged, only to find out now the girl had to retain her power of attorney or lawyer now because they come in to lock up the girl and frame she for a matter. This is what happening. We have a minister of defense who was once a legal predominant attorney towards deceased, now deceased Danny Guerra. We ain't watching that. So you're trying to tell me, we have people in society who financing all the campaign and as all they bomb them off the race, all they looking to get rid of all evidence because it's clear to see, you know. Again, who are eyes to see, let them see, who are ears to hear, let them hear. This is not about no PNM thing. I don't care about no race. It's not no PNM and UNC thing. It's about people first. Put the people first. And stop lying to the people. Stop deceiving the people. Put the people first and stop all this shipping this now, man. All overdoing it. As always, locked on and listening. Full respect.
Well, you see, Megatron, I'm going to tell you something, brother. You see, everything you just said there, I respect you. I always respect you. I always respect you because I listen to you. For months now, I've been listening to you. But you see what you say here tonight? I have the utmost respect for you, my brother. You hear what I'm telling you? And it clearly shows by this present government that we helped put in power. I don't know if you helped put them in power, but I regrettably helped put them in power. You see this government? It clearly shows that they don't care about us. We were used. to put them in power, and now we own whip turn around to cut we ass. You hear what I'm telling you? And you see the fact that they're hearing people crying out? They're seeing what's taking place. And Auntie Kamala or Mommy Kamala is standing in the gap for her people. What I want to say, what I really want to say, now is not the time nor the hour, but I want to tell them, you see, all of them who sit by and have nothing to say and is going to allow this madness to happen. This girl on a wheelchair, you know. This young lady is on a wheelchair, only going to charge she for the murder of her husband and shooting behind the police. That making any sense? Well, I want to see if Trinidadians are going to sit down and digest that, you know. I want to see. It's like, you know what I feel? I feel like these people trying to rage, I don't know, to stir up the country so they could call us a state of emergency and lock down the country. I feel that is a strategy because you had to look out for the UNC under a wet razor blade, you know. I strongly believe that that is a strategy, Dread. So because they know the people will rise up, they know people will come out and demonstrate. And you know, they're preparing themselves. That is why they turn on, they say they need heavy security for the ministers. If all they know they're not being unjust to the people, why they need heavy security? Why they give we the security? Why they protect we? All they have enough security. Why all they have to heighten and beef up on security? Because all they know for a fact what they're doing, people. All they know for a fact what all they're doing to us. And all they're sitting down there, oh God, Father. Tonight is one night I wish God could just make an appearance, you know, and stand up and fight on behalf of the citizens, you know. People poor. This government has brought the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to their knees, you know. And for what reason? We give all your love. We give all your love, Jed. We give all your love. We come together in unity and we give all it. We put it in all your hand and that's all you're doing. That's all you're doing to the poor man on the ground, boy. And all you expect for people to say great is the UNC or continue chanting that misleading song. But all they're seeing it every day. Everybody, people who don't want to be bloggers turning into bloggers now because they're complaining. And all they're even watching down and all they're even saying, oh God, all right, let me ease them up. We know we fucked them up. We know we have some of them homeless on the breadline. It's the worst I've ever seen, boy. It's the worst. What they're doing, boy, what they're doing. Nah, boy. Nah. If I had my way, I'd pack up my bag and take what is mine and leave Trinidad and turn my back and never watch back. Because I didn't vote for this. Trinidad and Tobago, I give the UNC my support, I give them my vote, but that is not what I vote for. I vote for a better life. Not only for me, but for the generation in Trinidad and Tobago, the young ones. That's what I vote for. And they lie to me, boy. And they're standing up there. Hey, these people are evil, boy. They're evil. And this will never happen again. Trust me. I could be dead and gone. You hear what I'm telling you, Trinidad and Tobago? And my spirit will haunt these people. They must never live at peace. All the tears of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, all the bloodshed must rest on their chests, rest on their shoulders, and follow the 5th, 6th, 3rd, 4th, and how much generation to come. The children must feel that pain because we're crying out to them and they're taking we on. Oh God, when will it go stop? From the time I hear that news with that girl, that Justin Samaru and Kaya City, I said, nah, the devil is a liar. That is not truth. That is why I came up and I said, I know people that spread propaganda news. But if that is the case, oh God, Oh God, Kamala, where's your mercy? You can't step up. Nah. This is not what I vote for, Trinidad and Tobago. This is not what I vote for. This is not what we vote for. That's the same woman who say you cannot tax our country into prosperity. She turned on and she flipped the script. It's taxing we ask. Oh, Jesus. It's like a man standing in a bucket. Right now, we're standing in the bucket. And we're trying to lift ourselves up. And Auntie Kamala, we don't have no strength to do so. What are they doing to people, boy? Hey, it's have a God, you know. You know, some people that say, I wish death on them. I ain't wish death on them, you know. Nope. Death is too easy. I wish everlasting life. All it must be the land of the living. And after all, they come out of power and be helpless and be powerless. And see how to run a country. And God must convict all for this. You see, all this wickedness, all they're doing to the people like Trinidad and Tobago. You see, all this wickedness, this sort of unjust wickedness for no reason, when all we do, we give all your love. Ah, Lord, have mercy.
Hold on there a second, Candace. Good night, caller. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes, what's your contribution on the show tonight?
I'm hearing Candace, and I'm feeling very sorry, but I really think we should not comment on matters that are to go before the courts. You know, we have to wait all the facts. If you listen to what Edison, I think you read it, is the DPP gave instructions based on evidence that was before him. So we don't know what the evidence really that is before the police, or what evidence the DPP acted on. So please, before Candace gets very emotional, let's await the trial of the matter. You know, This is a matter will go to court. The facts will come out.
Yeah, when
the facts come out, we'll comment then.
Yeah, we are hearing that, but it's undeniable what we would have seen in the clip. I mean,
no. Actually, looking at the video carefully, you may see. Well, this is what is said, that the young lady shot at the police. If that is true, we don't know. This is why we cannot comment before the matter aired before the court.
Yeah, but the video the whole action. What about the video? That video was not moving, you know.
Well, what I would have seen on the video is that I see the police empty a whole gun on the car. And you know, there were various circumstances where people would have speak out on certain things. Just now, Candace. Just now, there were various circumstances, of similar nature that people would have speak out on, and you know, there were many cases that police officers behave rogue, where they plant evidence in a lot of things. So I cannot take that comment. Just now, Candace. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, what I'm saying, I got cut off just now.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, we saw in the video, yes, we all saw it, the gentleman's hand was out.
Yes.
But we did not see the girl was shooting at the police. It was blurred.
Yeah,
it was blurred?
It was blurred. We couldn't see all that. Somebody told me that they saw that. I didn't see it. Somebody told me that they saw that. But this is what I'm saying. We don't know what the facts are. If in fact there were two persons in the car, we agree.
Yes.
We saw the gentleman's hand up in the air showing surrender. But if the girl was shooting at the police, what do you expect the police to do? The police shot back. And because the police shot back, he got killed. They will charge her for manslaughter. Isn't that the indirect roundabout way? We don't know what the facts are.
Can I draw a point?
Please.
Can I draw a point? Please, lady, don't let me get disrespectful because I try. You see, watch me. Jeffrey, you know I have zero tolerance for fuckery. If the young lady was shooting the car, listen to me, no, I tripping off here, you know. How come the police and them wasn't ducking and hiding. Because if bullet had no eye, you understand me? How come you wasn't hearing when the police was coming with a gun, right? They didn't shoot right away. No, they was coming up close. They wasn't ducking. You wasn't hearing no exchange. Look, lady, please, in the name of Jesus.
And you ain't see no glass break, nothing like that. You ain't see no thing coming out. You didn't see those type of thing. You ain't see that the police approaching from a certain thing. They didn't see them type of thing. You didn't see it.
All I'm saying, we cannot comment on those things. We
yeah,
do
but
not
why
know what
why
the
it is
facts are.
yeah, but why it is
The matter will be aired in court. Please, let's not go down this road.
no, that is a serious thing.
The DPP gave instructions. The DPP is independent of the government. The DPP gave the instructions. These instructions didn't come from the government. So we should make,
just don't mistake it.
all the issues.
Mr. Jeffrey, can I ask a question?
I don't want to comment
just don't mistake
you all are being emotional and you all are not being realistic and addressing the facts. You all just see a part and you all have made all these decisions.
Alright.
Okay, but guys, you all continue with your view, but
Oh yeah, somebody we getting too much of feedback from one in them thing and them.
That's hidden. Yeah. Let me tell you something, eh? Everybody had their own views, but what the whole of Trinidad and Tobago saw, it wasn't a movie. Come now, man. Oh God, we're all a heart, boy. We're all a humanity, boy.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we would have seen a video where the police would have approached the vehicle and they would have emptied a whole gun on them. And they didn't approach the vehicle with any caution. They walk up to the vehicle, they didn't duck, they didn't think, the man put you on outside, and all of this taking place. And the thing about it is this, where you could get a population to be afraid of what is taking place. A man ain't go see anything. At the end of the day, the Lord don't make right and wrong. Right and wrong come from the Lord Almighty. That ain't come from no judicial book. That ain't come from no police investigation. The right thing is the right thing. At the end of the day, what evidence that we would have seen within the video that would have warranted this type of thing? A matter of fact, go ahead, Candace. You go ahead. I have a video here. Let me look for this video. Let me play it. Go ahead, Candace.
From what I saw in the video, and from what the whole of Trinidad and Tobago saw, is the police approaching the vehicle with caution. They was not ducking. Because first thing when you hear gunshot, whether you is police or not, whether how much bulletproof vest you have, you ain't have bulletproof vest on your head. So you supposed to be ducking and coming with precaution. The officers and them came there. They approached the vehicle. They literally approached the vehicle without fear. Even when the young man's hand was outside. Listen to me. God have a way he does do things, eh? God have a way he does do things, eh? And I am telling you, eh? God don't sleep, eh? God don't like unjust. And you see, that caller, lady, I don't know you, eh? But I am telling you, eh? I am a human being and I have a heart. And you see what I see there? Ah, Father God, hey, Trinidad is not a safe place anymore. Trinidad is not the island that we used to know as milk and honey. Like they just take lime juice or lemon juice and just squeeze over Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago sour.
From what I
and
see.
what we see, it wasn't no movie. They come and they spray down the vehicle. If the young man put his hand out, that clearly showed that the man surrender. They could have apprehended the man. You understand me? Hit him two little kicker, two little cuff behind his head and lock him up.
We have a caller on the line, Candace. Good afternoon, caller.
What?
Good night, Jeffrey. Candace told that woman stress you out, did Sherry?
Hey,
But
Sherry,
that
what
woman
is it?
talking fat. I don't know where she credit on she phone for because everybody viewed the video. Everybody, all the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago view that video. I don't know if she has some affiliation to the police that's involved. She need to stop calling and talk fat. I listened to she talk and she get me irritated. Let's call her, don't call back in, eh? Please. That is why I call for you now, to tell you, shut up. Thank you, Jeffrey.
All right, then. You see, what I see in that video, Candice, is nothing short of murder. I see the police officers and them, but I behave in such a way that only I would have expected that from a criminal. That is what I see there on social media. And I don't know if I seen something different. I a lawyer would have explained this matter. And he say, boy, what take place there? What he would have seen there? The police ought to be charged. Lawyers say that. So who is me? Come now, man. We play the fool.
Exactly.
I mean, look at the video, Candice. Look, I mean, let me be real. Look. Let me play this video because Ian Allen was the only man that would have watched this video.
And Ian Allen clear it up. Ian Allen zoom in, whatever camera Ian Allen used is top of the line thing.
Now, that was the video.
No, you telling.
No,
you tell me.
I want to play a comment here. Wait, Candice, from a lawyer. A lawyer.
Seconds out of 12 minutes. When you deal with a police-involved killing or shooting, the issue is, have the police responded to the situation at that moment in a balanced and fair manner? The question here is not what went on before. Even if the persons who were being chased by the police were involved in some crime before, there is some report in the newspapers suggesting there was some sting operation. What crime were they involved in that carries the death penalty? Did they murder somebody? And in any case, if it was a capital offense, our rule of law does not require that the police kill you. It requires that they arrest you, that they charge you, that you go before a court. That is due process. So when the Commissioner of Police speaks of due process, is he speaking simply that the process to investigate in terms of the PCA and the PSB and so on, or is he speaking about due process in relation to persons who may have breached the law and what our law requires? That is, that you come before a judicial authority.
Now, Candice, that statement came from a lawyer. That statement came from that, I believe that is Clyde Weatherhead. I know that. I know you go always try. Yeah, right. So we come back up on YouTube, or you're trying to block the servers constantly, but God is good. So, Candice, you see the video, you hear this, you hear the tape from Clyde Weatherhead. What do you think?
I would like to disrespect that woman, you know.
Yes, sir. We have Sherry call back.
This is not the first time I lost confidence in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. I'm sharing this experience with the citizens on the live here right now. At 1 something in the morning, the police contacted my mother so she could hear my brother's voice. And they hit him 3 times with my mother on the phone. Oh, I can have confidence in the police? Come on now, man. Them need to do better than the car charge against for that way. We can't stand up and allow that. This is what we have to put on with foot. Too much people going through this.
This is too much to tell Jesus, boy. This is too much to tell Jesus. You see, if I did see any action as if they were shooting back at the police, I'll say, well, all right, they look for that because you have to respect the law. But in this instant, you ain't here when the police start to approach the vehicle. You ain't hear no gunfire shooting at the police. You ain't hear no shots firing at the police. Listen to me now. Where all your humanity, boy? Where all your heart is, boy?
Good afternoon, caller.
Hi, good evening. Good evening to each and everyone that is on the live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah. That lady that called there, listen, my pressure like it wanted to go through the bloody roof. Because on the video, you can clearly see that man's hand was out. Right? Come on. Tell me. So what you're trying to say, so that the police and them, they mean somebody had to go down with them. Somebody had to go down with them. And I honestly know that these people, them police and them was not going to go down like that. That is madness. I can imagine how this girl's feeling right now to know that something happened. Her husband already gone. And now, this BS, and that lady had the gall and the gall balls to call and talk that piece of nonsense, but don't talk and don't talk and don't talk? Really? Miss Lady, I want to believe you is one of the relatives of the police that you could come out and talk that piece of talk. Hogwash, in the words of Gladiator. Hogwash. Nonsense. This is madness. I am so pissed. I am angry. It's like I want to cuss and I don't want to cuss. It's like, and that lady have the balls to come up and talk that shit. Lady,
and call back twice.
Lady, and call back twice too? Really? Woman. But Candace, according to what you say, let me tell you something. God don't sleep. God don't sleep. God don't sleep. Good night.
Mr. Jeffrey?
Yes, Mr. Hayden.
Could I ask you a question?
You're free to.
If you are police and you're approaching a car and shots are fired at you, would you not duck or look for cover?
Of course. I mean, I would try to hide.
So I don't understand what our lady trying to say. Is she trying to take us for dummies or what?
Well, not only we, she's trying to take the whole of Trinidad and Tobago for dummy. Because what I am seeing there within that video, according to the caller, hogwash, you can never say that the girl was shooting behind the police. How come that come about? The field people is clung on. Nah, man, nah. Look, you see you caller? I believe she's being mischievous here on this program here tonight. Because the police force, don't get tapping. They are police on this live here. And they have been instructed to change narrative. Don't get tapping. If they can get at least 100 people to believe that piece of bullshit that was now being spewed there, they would have done their work. They would have done their work. The police service, we see them outrightly engage a vehicle that crashed. The boy put his hand up so out in the air. The girl would have made a statement in the hospital and say, well, he tried to save she. There were no instances where they would have said, boy, we see a gun in the car. Watch how long that case. From since January 20th. And you come out here. Some people had the audacity to come out here to say statements and say, oh, it before the police away. So I stop it then. I supposed to wait until and that is the thing in Trinidad and Tobago now, and that is the new trend. We can't say nothing unless the court make a judgment on it. Man, all of your backside with that talk, yes? What I see, there was a police killing. I would have seen the police with an open fire on an unarmed individual. A man hand up in the air and he'll repeatedly shoot. Repeatedly. Come now, man. You're playing the fool, man. You're playing the fool. I can't believe an individual is going to sell that narrative and does come so nice. Hey, that in the court. But all that we see is a killing.
But Jeffrey, let me tell you something. You see me? That's why I just tell them, Franco, before we time they start to talk this shit, I just block them. I just doesn't curse because it had a little trend listening. You can't give me a plate of shit to eat and tell me spill out. That caller, Miss Lady, do ever make a mistake and come back on this platform again once I hear because I will disrespect you. Mr. Jeffrey is more tolerant than me. It's human life all they're dealing with. It's somebody's life. It's somebody's son. It's somebody's daughter. You hear what I'm telling you? Put yourself in that person's position. Picture if, Miss Lady, let me tell you. Miss Lady, in case if you're a delusional person, in case if you're drinking Molly, you understand me? Don't drink no more Molly.
So you say if she drinking Molly.
Yeah. I'm not against the police, you know. We need the police to protect us, protect and serve. But when officers do the wrong thing, because it have good police, it have officers will not do them foolishness. It have officers will do their work with integrity. Fear. You understand what I'm saying? Have officers will not be on those things. Own it. All they do are wrong. Even if they don't want the public to know, well, they're going to get charged or they're trying to hide all their shame. I can understand that, but not this way. Not this way. And to see we have a government and we hearing the government standing up for we, right?
So,
nah, man.
So we see that video they Trinidad and Tobago. You see the video. Oh yeah, we're going on rally. Let this government, let this UNC government commissioner sell that kind of story. Huh?
Nah, boy.
Boy, them take the cake, yes? Them take the cake with that. Them take the cake with that story. Boy, Candace, I mean, we done past the time already. I mean, at this point in time, I go ask all of you to make a closing comment before we leave this program.
Jeffries, a lot of people on TikTok are saying that the screen block, they're not seeing, they're not hearing nothing, you know.
Well, we try to bring back up the thing on TikTok, but I don't know what causing that. But the hearing on YouTube, this thing real different, isn't it? So Candace, what's your closing comment? What's hidden and Megatron's
my closing comment is to tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and this government that I regrettably put in power, God don't sleep. God don't sleep. And he do not like unjust. And the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, I want let us pray. Pray like, let we join together in our homes and cry out to the Almighty God, the Creator. Now is the time to pray. Pray like all never pray before. Only God can save us from this madness that's taking place in this country that used to be the land of milk and honey. That is my closing comment. Until I get a headache, I swear.
So, Mr. Hayden, what's your closing comment?
Good night. My closing comments will be very simple. Dictatorship is not the way forward. Intimidation is not the way forward. Pressuring people into oppression is not the way forward. Let us be real. She said you cannot tax for people into thing like a man standing in a bucket. She doesn't know what she's saying. You see, when people speak, they must speak from their heart and not from just from your mouth and your mind. Speak from your heart. Be genuine. Be honest with yourself. If you know you don't, you know you cannot run a country, say I cannot run a country. My mother's always tell me this. If you know hate more, if you know you can't do something, say you cannot do it. My mother always tell me that. And I don't remember that. Right? If you know you cannot do something, say you cannot do it. Don't say you could do it and when then you run into it and you end up in one set of problems. Because all what that is happening here is going to back up on them and they are going to end up in a lot of problems. And the problems that are going to come out of them, some of them might end up leaving the country because they wouldn't be able to take that kind of pressure. I know what I'm saying. Right? So we have to be mindful. Stop terrorizing poor people. Stop terrorizing the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Stop trying to intimidate. Intimidation don't work. Let us be genuine, let us be real, let us love one another, let us continue to be our brother's keeper. Right? And put God first. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Megatron, what's your closing comment?
I just want to say tonight that I hope the government of Trinidad and Tobago open the eye and see how wide, and the TTPS have to be wicked to issue a warrant for this young lady arrest. Anytime they do that, I wish the whole country stand up at the same time and demand justice, because this girl has been through a lot. Issuing a warning to the parents of Trinidad and Tobago and communities. Time for we to start to come out as a nation and pray for we communities and peel back what's going on and see what's happening. Time for we to be our brothers and our sisters, keep a shield for the guardian angels and them, for the voice of the voiceless. Because right now, too much things happening in the country and we're not really paying much attention. We're studying the party life and the lineman life. So as issuing a warning to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, get all your house in order, because there's a petition that is going to be signed, and I don't care how much it takes me. If it had to take me the last breath in my body to get a petition signed, it's going to get signed. But enough is enough. We done give all a whole year and 2 months and going onwards, and it's more worse it getting. Nah, it can't continue. It can't continue. So there's my closing comments. Always I respect you workers, right? Everybody on the panel, the whole of YouTube, the whole of everybody. And again, I'm sending a warning to the people who trying to stop the live or the behavior, because they can't silence a good voice.
Well, with that, Trinidad and Tobago, thanks for watching, and we are out. We will put up on the screen in closing the position that the police would have taken and the concerning the Joshua Samaru case. A media release that would have been issued from the police. Thanks for watching Trinidad and Tobago, and join us here back again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Thanks for watching.